Hi Sangeeta, welcome to the interview. Let's begin with a basic question. What is a web API?
A web API is an application programming interface that allows communication between different software applications over the web using HTTP protocol.
What is the difference between a web API and a web service?
A web API supports multiple formats like JSON, XML, and can be consumed by browsers, mobile apps, or desktops. Web services traditionally use SOAP and mostly work over XML.
What do you understand by REST?
REST stands for Representational State Transfer. It is an architectural style used to design web APIs using standard HTTP methods.
How is REST different from SOAP?
REST is lightweight, uses JSON, and works over HTTP. SOAP is heavier, uses XML, and relies on strict standards in protocols.
What is an HTTP request?
It is a message sent by a client to a server to request data or perform an action.
Can you explain common HTTP methods?
Yes, get to read data, post to create data, put to update data, patch to modify partially, and delete to remove data.
What's the difference between put and post?
Post is used to create a new resource, while put updates an existing resource or creates it if it doesn't exist.
What are HTTP status codes? Give examples.
They are standard response codes. For example, 200 OK success, 404 not found, resource missing, 500 internal server error, server failure.
What is JSON?
JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It is a lightweight data format used to represent structured data.
What is the difference between URI and URL?
A URL tells you how to access a resource, including protocol. URI identifies a resource, sometimes without access details.
What do we mean by headers in HTTP?
Headers provide extra information like content type, authentication token, and request origin.
What is CORS in Web API?
CORS stands for Cross-Origin Resource Sharing. It allows APIs to handle requests coming from different domains.
What is Swagger used for?
Swagger is used for API documentation and testing. It provides a UI to interact with API endpoints.
What is content negotiation?
It is the mechanism where the client and server decide the data format like JSON or XML.
What is iHTTP action result?
It is an interface in Web API that returns HTTP response messages in a consistent format.
What are stateless APIs?
APIs that do not store any client session data on the server, each request is independent.
What is an API endpoint?
It is the specific URL where an API listens for requests.
What is authentication in APIs?
Authentication verifies the identity of the user or client calling the API.
What is API versioning and why is it used?
It is the process of managing changes to an API without breaking existing clients. It allows multiple versions to run simultaneously.
Finally, what is the difference between XML and JSON?
XML is verbose and tag-based, while JSON is lightweight, easy to read, and JavaScript-friendly.
Great, Sangeeta. That's all for the base level questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Rajesh. It was a pleasure discussing Web API concepts.
Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.